This is JT again with another one of my conversions. This is a Y6B AHM locomotive from the 70s. I'm going to get a decoder put in it, and I'm using my NCE decoders, the 13 SRJ, and that's only temporary. I'll switch it out. I'm going to put sound in this. This used to be my dad's, so it's important to me to get it going, and I've pretty well figured it out. It was a little confusing at first, but I finally got the thing figured out. So what I'm showing you here is there is a screw, for those of you who haven't torn yours apart, right in that little rectangular spot there, and it is covered. See if I can get that to focus with that little piece right there. And some of you may have it missing. I did for a while, but I did find it. That covers up the screw. You take that off and that screw loose, and then on the bottom is another screw, and that screw is where'd it go? Right there. See if I can get it a shot of that. Well, of course not. Let's see if I can help that any. Right there is that little screw hole, and that's where your other. Okay, I just about got this finished and forgot about this little item right there, right in the center of the screen. That's a clip that maintains the wires in DC. Now, I flipped that little piece flat, and I soldered the ground wire to that, and my decoder covered it up, of course, but the light wire, you got to determine which one it is, because they're both black, coming out of here, and I've got them joined there along with the red wire to the decoder. The ground is through the weight of the engine, and so I grounded the decoder to that with the black wire. So the black wire from the decoder goes to the weight, which is connected to the chassis and the wheels. The red wire goes to the wire here, this black wire, and that completes that connection to the rail. The rest of the wires, I've got them rolled up and out of the way. I have my motor wired this way. Now there is a little metal clip that went right here, and it was connected to this brush. I disconnected that when I soldered and found out that it grounded the motor to the weight. And I had washers, fiber washers between the motor and this connection here, this framework, and a fiber washer there. But I found out that by removing that little shiny little piece that was there, it disrupted that ground, isolating the motor on its own. The only thing I did as a precaution, I took a red straw and clipped a little bit and put around the bushing for the motor shaft, just to make sure that that doesn't touch. I'm not too sure about that, so that's the way I went with that. So what I have is an isolated motor, and that kind of isolated itself when I took that one piece loose. So the motor has no fiber washers at all. It's metal against metal, and the screws are against the metal, which holds the motor in place. There is no issues with that. If you remove that little piece that went right here, and I think I left it on my other workbench, but you'll see it, and you can unsolder it there. It'll bend back. It's very easy to bend back, or you can take it clear out of the way like I did, because I don't think this thing will ever see DC again. And that pretty well sums it up. I put stills in this video so you can stop and take a look at the stills a little better, a little longer. And oh, and my headlight, I've got to work on that. That's really a precarious place to try and get a headlight in, but I'm not done working on that. But the headlight does work, but it works all the time. So once you see my stills in this video, you'll see what I'm talking about. You've probably already seen them anyway by now. Kind of depends on where I place them in here. So anyway, gentlemen, I'm gonna cut this video off and go place it on the layout and give you a little shot of the test run. I'll be right back. Here we go. Sounds like a tender needs grease. Well, there you go, fellas. She works pretty good.